everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Sinister one, and thanks for tuning back in. Today we'll be doing a DVD, Blu-ray, VHS update for the month of November 2015. I'd like to thank everyone entering my contest. First off, thank you JP, Derek Bourgier, 86, Mood 616, along with many others. Keep them coming. Keep putting in the entries. I'll probably just cap it off at 20, but if I get more than 20, then I'll go ahead and put those in. But I'll be closing this contest as soon as I reach 20. It seems to getting 50 people to enter has been quite difficult, but 20 seems decent, so I'm almost there. So thanks for putting those entries in, people, and making this a lot of fun. I appreciate the support from all of you YouTubers out there, all the viewers, my family. Thanks for supporting me. I love doing this, so happy to get this contest going for you guys. I'll start with the DVDs. This month, November, was quite a good month. December won't be too great. I probably won't do a DVD update for the month of December or January due to the fact it's holidays. I've been having problems with my truck, putting a lot of money into it, putting a lot of time, maintenance wise, into my truck. I've been working on it countless hours, and it's still giving me heck. So I'm just gonna have to take it to a mechanic, and that's gonna cost me some money right there. So I'm slowly picking up stuff along as I go, but December won't be big, so I'm just not even gonna do an update for December. January probably won't be that big either, so the things that I do collect, I'll put them in my stash, and when I get an update done, hopefully in February, might be later, I'll go ahead and put that together. But for now, I'll be doing top 10s, showcasing my collection, more reviews, and having fun with that. Meanwhile, slowly collecting for the update. So here we go with The Frighteners, starring Michael J. Fox. This is an actually great movie from the 90s. I remember it in middle school. I just put this on today, rewatched it, and love this movie. This movie has turned into an instant classic, a cult classic. I mean, great cast, ghosts, and the story and setting is really great, and the effects were pretty good. Really enjoyed The Frighteners. Here we have Pandorum. Really good movie. I was pretty surprised on how good this film was, with Ben Foster and Dennis Quaid. It's an alien type of film, and if you haven't seen this, seek it out. It's worth the watch. I was reading a review, and this made the top 10 alien films, so I was kind of surprised, and one of the films I haven't seen, so I was curious to see why it made a top 10 in sci-fi films, and it was actually really good. I really enjoyed this film. Been searching for a DVD copy of Heavy Metal, and there it was. I had to pick it up because I really enjoyed the first one. This one was actually good. Dan O'Bannon did some shorts in this. Really good film, especially the horror genre. There's a zombie episode in this. It was actually really good. I really enjoyed this one a lot. And with me looking and searching movies, I've been getting pretty lucky. They've just been popping up. I'll be thinking of a movie, and the next thing you know, I go to the store and it's there. So that's been a plus. Here we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the gruesome edition. This one is not rated. I do have the rated R version, but when I watched this, I was like, wow, this one is pretty graphic. A lot more blood in it. Also, you know, growing up watching this movie, I was terrified of this film, especially the opening scene where the kids are driving in the car and here comes Leatherface and the Goonies, and you know, all of a sudden he starts hacking up that car to bits, and that was terrifying as a kid. And then the DJ station, or the radio station where, you know, Chop Top and him take over, and man, that was a real terrifying scene when I was a kid, but now it's laughable, and I really enjoy this film, the sequel. Right about this film, Criterion Collection, The Innocents Blu-ray, I believe. Heard a lot of great things about this film, and I'll put it on the next time I get a chance. It's from 1961. And then here we have a copy of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I've been wanting to get a standalone edition because I have the box set. And I really do love the cover of this one. I love the background and the house, and then Freddy. It's just iconic background, so pick this one up. Finally got my hands on See No Evil 2 with Daniel Harris and Catherine Isabel. Haven't watched it yet, but since it came with the slipcover, I jumped all over on this one, so I'll be putting it on shortly. I did buy a copy of Savage Weekend from cheesyflix.com, but the end was defective, so they finally gave this MGM official release, so I went ahead and bought the official copy of this film, and when I put this film on, I was blown away. I actually really enjoyed this film. This is a very underrated slasher film, and it's got some cool, you know, death scenes. I mean, cheesy, but good stuff, especially the Halloween mask. Here we have Jason Takes Manhattan, Deluxe Edition, Friday the 13th, the lenticular. I got a couple of these already, so I figured, you know, I'll just go ahead and pick up this collection with the lenticulars. Here we have a Scorpion releasing of Death Ship. This one is on my 1980s list, so I had to pick it up. Been knocking off the 1980s films, so this one was the next one in line, so I picked it up. Really impressed with this. I remember seeing this back when I was real young, and it's a really good ghost story. Takes place on a Nazi ship, so really good. George Kennedy. Here we have Wizard Entertainment, The Intruder, and been hearing a lot about this film on people's channels. Moods highly recommended this one, and yeah, when I put this one on, it was kind of like a slow start, but it finally got going, and man, I was just really impressed. This movie kept me there, kept me wanting more. The death scenes in here are just really graphic, and my wife even had a hard time. She couldn't even watch some of the death scenes, and that's when you know something's really good, when the wife has to turn away. You know, the death scenes in this are just really graphic. They look so real, and really enjoy this film. I need to get the Blu-ray. And here I was at Dollar General, and the Munsters' Scary Little Christmas. I'd have to see how how terrible this film is, but I couldn't pass it up for $3. And then I just bought some for my zombie top 10 that I just recently did. My first introduction to the top 10 videos, and I had to rebuy a case for the Night of the Living Dead because I got robbed many years ago, and they made off with the case, but the film wasn't in there. So here we have the Night of the Living Dead remake with Tom Savini. Absolutely, you know, a great zombie film. If you haven't seen this film, seek it out, grab it, and put it in a collection. And then same thing with this one. Bought a case. Zombie 3, Lucio Fulci. It's a great film. I love this film. It's, you know, Bruno Mattei co-directed this with Fulci when he became really ill. He took over, and it's a really good film. I didn't see any difference in the making of it, but it's one of those you put on a stormy night. And here we have the deluxe edition of Peter Jackson's King Kong. Deluxe extended edition. So, can't wait to put this one on. And this one I was happy to find. Torso, Sergio Martino. I do have the yellow edition, which is the Blue Underground. It's not rated, but it is cut, and this one is the uncut version. It's got 3 minutes of extra footage on here, but you can do a lot in 3 minutes in an Italian film. American Psycho DVD. I have the Blu-ray, but this one has a slipcover, so I could not pass this up. Had to get it with a slipcover. Didn't even know it came with a slipcover. Charles Band, Full Moon, Skullheads. This was actually really good. I really enjoy these Full Moon films, so need to start collecting the Full Moon again. Here we have the 90s edition of Carrie. So this one was really good, made for TV. Here we have a Grindhouse Full Moon Dream Maniac. This one was actually a really good slasher, underrated. Really enjoyed this one. Here we have a film that was recommended from a coworker of mine called Quest for Fire. This is a really good film. It has Ron Perlman, Everett McGill, Ray Dong Chong, and they're just Neanderthals trying to stay alive. They don't know how to make fire, so fire is like the essence to survive. And there's no dialogue. It's just mumbling and, you know, caveman talk. No subtitles either, so it's really enjoyable to see these people, you know, act like apes, you know, and it was a great watch. Pretty graphic to begin. I highly recommend this film, Quest for Fire. I got this one at Dollar General, the Ray Bradbury Theater. Haven't yet watched any of these, but I figured, you know, it was there, picked it up. It was in the thrift store. Deep Water. I've got a film right here with Costas Mandylor. Really love Costas Mandylor. He's a really nice guy. I've met him twice. Part of the Saw franchise. He plays Detective Hoffman. So I was like, Costas Mandylor. Picked it up for, you know, 25 cents. Here we have a movie I've been seeking out. I have the Mondo Vision Blu-ray Ultimate Edition, you know, the big one. But I was at the record store and this director's cut, Anchor Bay edition of The Possession. I also did a review on this film. I could not find this film anywhere online, you know, under 40 bucks. So finally found the director's cut edition. I know Blue Underground has one. It goes for 60 bucks last time I saw it, and it's not on their website, so I would like to pick up that copy. And then there's also another copy of this film, and you know, I really have a connection with this film. This film is pretty good because it was one of the first reviews I did. So Sam Neill, it's a really good film, The Possession. And here we have a Blind Buy 3. Picked it up at the dollar store. Here we have a film with Luke Perry, Silent Venom. Finally made it my way. Twilight Zone on DVD. The movie. Really good stuff here. Finally found a copy of this. And we have John Carpenter's Vampires. Daniel Baldwin and James Woods. This was back in the day. Really good vampire film, John Carpenter. Happy to finally own this film. And then I bought a standalone edition of Halloween 3 on DVD. And then here's my collection of I've been obtaining. Been talking a bit about these, the Midnight movies, Midnight B movies. Collection's getting pretty big. I want to collect all of them. I just love how they put these out. And here we have I Bury the Living. Dr. Phibes Rises Again. This is the single edition. It's a great film. We have a double B movie right here. What's the Matter with Helen? And Who Slew Auntie Roo? Haven't seen any of these films, but they look pretty crazy, so I'll be putting these in soon. We have a giant monster film, Young Gary and Conga. Then we have Count Yorga Vampire, another classic vampire film. Then we have a double feature, Count Yorga Vampire and The Return of Count Yorga. Here we go. Chosen Survivors and The Earth Dies Screaming. It's probably a sci-fi film. Looks pretty cool. Midnight movies. And then here we go with Panic in the Year Zero, The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, which is a great film if you haven't seen this. Based off of the book I Am Legend. This is a true version of that film, and it's pretty creepy. Really good vampire film. If you haven't seen it, seek it out and watch it. The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. And then with the Blu-rays, got the Blu-ray Christine, which I'll be giving away in one of my contest one of my prizes that'll be given away. And then Dressed to Kill, Michael Caine and Nancy Allen. This is Brian De Palma, and it's almost kind of like an American Giallo type film. Really good film. I spotted VHS at a thrift store of this, so I'm going to have to pick that one up. But if you haven't seen Dressed to Kill, pick this one up and watch it. They also have a Criterion that just got released of this film, so pick it up. And here we have Monsters. I started watching this one. I haven't finished it. From what I was watching, it was pretty okay. Kind of like, almost like The Mist. It kind of reminded me of Stephen King's The Mist almost, but you know, it's a different film. I really enjoyed what I got out of it, but I'll have to rewatch it again. Monsters. There is a sequel out of this already, so I'll be watching this and then I'll be picking up the sequel. And then we got this for a really good price at Dollar General. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You know, classic film right here. Jack Nicholson, Michael Berryman, Danny DeVito, Brad Dourif. Classics right here. And on with the VHS. When I was at the thrift store, my wife spotted this one, couldn't pass this one up. It's the Halloween edition. Blockbuster presents the Halloween, so it's the collector's item right here. Happy to have that. And my mom called me up one day and said, I have a VHS tape I've been putting aside for you, so come pick it up. And when I did, it was the Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask, from when I was in middle school. This film survived my childhood, so happy to have this in my collection. I'd like to say thanks, Mom, for saving this. And I also have something to go along with this. So when I was at the thrift store, I came across Night of the Living Dummy Part 3. So they were all dirty. I cleaned them up, put them in the collection. So this was a score. I also got A Night in Terror Tower. So came across a lot of these Goosebumps clamshell VHS tapes. Stay Out of the Basement. Welcome to Dead House. And The Werewolf of Fever Lake. So, got a good collection of the Goosebumps. I'll slowly be collecting these as I go, picking them up here and there. But that does it for this update, people. I hope you enjoyed. Got some good watches here. One of the recommendations, Quest for Fire, seek this one out. And that'll do it for this DVD, Blu-ray, VHS update. Till next time, stay scared.